Hey all my movie maniacs, it's that time. It is I, and tonight we're taking a look at the film The Veil. Now this supernatural horror film gives us the story of Sarah Hope, who's the only survivor of a cult that committed mass suicide many years ago when she was just a child. Well, now she's older, and a lady who's shooting a documentary about the event wants her to go along with the documentary crew to the original location of the mass suicide, and Sarah reluctantly agrees. But once they get there, they find out not everything is as dead as it seems, and there are more elements to the story that investigators hadn't discovered, but they do. But it has deadly consequences as we see how they try to deal with the idea that things are coming through the veil to take them over and kill them and do mean and nasty things to them. The Veil is a direct-to-on-demand, I believe, film. It's directed by the guy who directed The Punisher, Dirty Laundry, as well as Gridiron Gang. And let me tell you, I enjoyed this movie. Now, there's nothing too original or here as far as your standard supernatural horror film goes. What is original, though, is this backstory that they came up with for the cult, and even more so, how the events actually played out. The Maggie Price character is played by Jessica Alba, and Maggie Price has this personal connection to the cult. She wasn't a member of it, no. Her dad was actually involved otherwise, and so it's a very personal connection to her for this subject. Meanwhile, you have Sarah Hope, who obviously has this personal connection to this, not knowing who her mother was or remembering anyway, and looking for hopefully answers there. And so you have two characters in here with very similar motives for going to this location, and the story of how actually things played out for the cult, I enjoyed. That was refreshingly original. Much of the other elements in here we have seen before, the whole supernatural thing of ghosts at a site where there have been major deaths. There's that in here. We do get some excessive gore in here, which is always fun, both practical and CGI. We get some great dialogue, but great performances as well. I like Lily Rabe's Sarah Hope in here. Between her and Jessica Alba, Maggie Price, they have some great scenes together, very strong scenes. And they're really making the most of this movie. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, okay? Again, we're not looking at anything too original, but it's the execution and the backstory they come up with that I thought was interesting and had a little bit of a different twist. And I didn't see the very end coming, I will say. I thought it was predictable. A little bit was predictable about who maybe was going to die, but I did not think it would end the way it did, and I give them kudos there for leading me along and hiding how it was actually going to play out. So, The Veil, nothing too new, but it does have some original elements in it that'll keep it interesting. I think if you're a fan of Jessica Alba or Lily Rabe, I have been ever since I've seen her in American Horror Story, I think you'll want to check it out. It is worth a watch on demand. You know, I almost would have liked to see this do wide release. I'm not quite sure why, considering some of the other horror films out there that have got wide release. This is just as good as those are. It's got the jump scare moments, but not too many. Got creepy elements in here and other things that horror fans will love. So check out The Veil. If you have seen The Veil, leave your comments down below. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. I appreciate every single one of my subscribers. I thank you so much, and until next time, keep that ticket stub.